From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Friday, December 1st, 2023. I'm D-Ray Knight. This is what's going on. Authorities in Rapid City are looking into a structural integrity issue affecting the foundation of a tower at the Block 5 construction site downtown. St. Joseph Street between 7th Street and 5th Street has been closed in case the tower should collapse, and buildings in the area were also evacuated Thursday evening. Construction workers reported that they noticed the foundation of one of the elevator shafts was shifting just after 4 p.m. Rapid City officials say the tower is leaning to the south towards Kansas City Street. Police Chief Don Hedrick says the construction company plans to start working to take the tower down, and that will take some time. Construction crews were also going to try to shore up the tower to keep it from collapsing. Police and fire units were on scene to monitor the situation, and authorities were asking the public to avoid the area for their own safety. Republican State Senator Brent Hoffman is taking aim at the state's drunk driving look-back period. There's an exemption in place that any drunk driving conviction more than 10 years old can't be considered when a motorist is charged with another drunk driving arrest. Hoffman wants to eliminate that with a proposal in the 2024 legislative session that starts January 9th. It would remove the 10-year reference from one part of the state law, repeal entirely another section of the state law, and make other changes in an effort to stiffen consequences of drunk driving cases. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office says they have arrested a man wanted in connection with a hit-and-run injury accident. 25-year-old Darian Michael Libbert was taken into custody on Thursday. He had several warrants, including hit-and-run injury accident, being in possession of a firearm with a prior felony, and leaving the scene of an accident. In news from the nation and the world, Israeli fighter jets hit targets in the Gaza Strip minutes after a week-long truce expired as the war with Hamas resumed in full force. Black smoke billowed from the besieged territory Friday, and Israel dropped leaflets over parts of southern Gaza urging people to leave their homes, suggesting it was preparing to widen its offensive. In Israel, sirens warning of incoming rockets blared at several communal farms near Gaza, a sign that militants also restarted attacks. There were no reports of hits. The renewed hostilities heightened concerns for Palestinians in the tiny coastal enclave, as well as about 140 hostages who remain there. Qatar said negotiators were still trying to reach an agreement on restarting the ceasefire. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy says the war with Russia is in a new stage, with winter expected to complicate fighting after a summer counteroffensive that failed to produce desired results due to enduring shortages of weapons and ground forces. Despite the setbacks, he says, "We are not backing down." Zelenskyy also said he fears the Israel-Hamas war threatens to overshadow the conflict in Ukraine, with competing political agendas and limited resources reducing military aid. And his concerns are amplified by the uncertainty that inevitably arises during a U.S. election year and its implications for continued aid to his country. The primetime showdown between California Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom and Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis was a hard-to-explain event that pitted one struggling Republican presidential hopeful against a Democrat rival who may or may not seek the presidency in 4 years. DeSantis called Newsom a slick, slippery politician whose state is failing. Newsom defended California and shifted the discussion to DeSantis' stagnant 2024 presidential bid. The governors were eager to represent their parties on the national stage as they battled over the economy, pandemic restrictions, and President Joe Biden's leadership. They also traded personal insults. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center. Partly cloudy and 38, low tonight 22. This weekend it'll be windy with highs in the mid-40s. And that was your Daily Slice for Friday, December 1st, 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D-Ray Knight with Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jaquess. I'm D-Ray Knight. Have a great weekend.